Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, I love this watch. Daytona in white gold on a strap. Count me in. The Cosmograph has always had a special place in my heart as one of the first watches with which I fell in love as a watch-enamored youngster during my late high school days in the early 2000s. And the watch on my wrist is one of the most appealing. 40 millimeters in white gold. This is the Rolex reference 116519, a handsome 6-digit in-house caliber white gold Daytona that measures only 12.2 millimeters thick. From lug to lug, you're going to find that it measures 47.5 millimeters, and the space between the lugs relevant on the strap-clad version, 20 millimeters, and you may very well swap the strap, so that 20 millimeter spacing should be book noted and come in handy. You will note that there is also a wonderful conforming profile insert in the flank of the case that creates the same integrated look, even though it's on a strap, that you would get with a bracelet, as there's very little daylight between case band and strap, and it doesn't impede the motion of the strap. You can pull it straight down around a small wrist. The strap is a sort of rust red or medium brown, large rectangular scale alligator leather with some bolstering. You can see there is a folded edge, a monotone stitch, calfskin on the bottom. It is a Rolex factory strap, and as you can see, it is a brand new Rolex factory strap. We have a white gold clasp, and we're going to get into what kind of white gold this is. This is actually gray gold, which is a Rolex alloy. It's used by others such as Patek Philippe and Jaeger-LeCoultre to create a white gold that never needs to be rhodium plated. It's an 18 karat solid white alloy, so if you scratch it, there's no milky yellow substrate beneath. You can also see there are several different apertures in the flank of the clasp, so you can change the anchoring of the strap, and even if you don't change strap size, you can change the fit by moving it thusly. A simple clamshell lock for the clasp, rolling back the case. Gray gold here as well. Again, 18 karat white gold that never needs to be rhodium plated. You have a Rolex trip lock crown in gold, and you know you're looking at a Rolex trip lock in gold because you have the large center dot flanked by two smaller dots. If it were platinum, that would be inverted. Small at center, big flanking. You have screw down chronograph pushers and screw down crown with a crown guard profile and an elegant case. This is not the super case that you see on the subs, the GMTs, and the Sea Dwellers. This is a lovely, lithe, fluid, compound curvature. It's sexy. It's the Daytona, and it actually has more in common line-wise with watches like the Datejust and the Date-8 than it does with the other hardcore Rolex sports models. White gold bezel, and as you can see, the individual wells for the indices, the units per hour, and the numerals lacquered, and you know you're looking at one of these in fine fettle and minimally worn if all of that lacquer is intact, as when it's evacuated by contact or accidental refinishing, you really can't replace it. So this watch is in outstanding condition externally. The dial is handsome and unusual. It's an explosive slate gray metallic sunburst with applique white gold Arabic numerals radially arrayed rather than arrayed top to bottom. They're radially arrayed as though shooting out from the imaginary center. They are all in white gold, the crown, the hands in white gold to avoid tarnish and oxidation over time. You can see each of the registers features a polished chaptering, and then there's a lovely combination of white, red, and gray on this dial. An unconventional sporting tritone, but a handsome one that recommends this watch. Red Daytona, script just above the constant seconds at 6 o'clock. Unscrew that trip lock crown, the watch 100 meters water resistant, and you can see there is a stop seconds function courtesy of Rolex manufacturer caliber 4130. Automatic winding, bidirectional, 72-hour 3-day power reserve, 44 joules, a 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate. It is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer adjusted in 5 positions with a full balance bridge architecture, an overcoil Breguet hairspring made by hand, and a free sprung index. The overcoil helps the watch to meet that chronometer standard in any position. The free sprung architecture with the full balance bridge makes the watch shock resistant. And of course, the timepiece featuring a vertical clutch and a column wheel. The vertical clutch ensuring that you can engage this chronograph without any jump or stagger to the chronograph seconds hand. You can also leave the chronograph running with no additional wear and tear. If you prefer to have center minutes, hours, and seconds, you can just ignore the chronograph hours and minutes. And of course, the timepiece featuring that column wheel actuation that is crisp, positive, a little bit more expensive to make than a cam system and more sensitive to tune, but it is the high horology option, and Rolex would do with no less. Have a listen. It is very sharp. The pusher feel of the Rolex 4130 is on par with Lange's 951 in the dado, the Zenithal Primero Caliber 400, and I'm going to throw in the Breitling B01. Credit where credit's due. You can see and own this Cosmograph Daytona in gray gold on the watch box.